Just really proud of these guys. You know, nothing this year has been easy, but they just keep fighting. They keep battling. Really, really resilient, tough kids, and you know, a tough team. And you know, we knew it'd be a hard-fought defensive battle going in. I don't know if we thought it'd be this hard in terms of, you know, the lack of points, but you know, since Byron got here, he's been bugging me about offense and punt returning, and I'm like, you don't need that. I've seen you in high school. Just do something out there on defense. And so he took it into his own hands tonight. Proud of Jake. You know, I thought our offensive line did a nice job of giving him time to set his feet a little bit, and that's one heck of a defense over there, I will tell you that. I mean, those guys they were good the first time we played them, and they were better the second time. And we kind of knew that going in. I think we controlled, you know, we did some good things. We just couldn't get things done in the red zone. Converted some third downs. We had some long drives. But, again, that's a good red zone defense, and hats off to those guys. But I'm happy for our fans. I'm happy for these guys, and I'm happy for everybody in Seattle.
Questions for Coach, the student athletes? The back, right?
You went for it on fourth down a couple times and sometimes in not so great field position. Will you just talk us through, is that confidence in your offense or your defense? Or
Well, it's a little bit of everything. You know, I do think, you know, first and foremost that, you know, he's got a good leg. He can make field goals. He's proved it all season long, but we also want to put him in a position where he can succeed, and we do have confidence in our offensive line and, you know, whether we need to run it or not. And I think you're just trying to play, you know, get a feel for the game and, you know, what is best. Was probably going to go for it on that last fourth down, and then, you know, you look at the score and you're thinking, okay, one more field goal, that really separates us, and it's certainly in Peyton's wheelhouse to hit that. Just kind of mishit it a little bit.
Okay, front. All right, can you just take us through the first interception? What did you see with the ball bouncing around, and once you got it, just maybe you take it all the way back?
Just once our Coach Lake called the defense, I just knew everyone had an assignment. And that play, the ball came short, the receiver slipped, and the ball came in the air. And I just knew I had to make that play. As soon as the ball came in the air, I had to get my hands on it and then get the pick six.
I think he's, you know, it's one of those plays like how does that happen? But if there's 11 guys out there, the one guy I think would get his hands on it will be Byron. And I mean that sincerely.
Jake, you didn't really want to talk about the prospect of the Rose Bowl before you guys play this game, but you know, as Coach said, nothing's really been easy this year, and you know, to finally be at that moment where you get to go to Pasadena, you know, what's that feel like?
I mean, it's a special feeling. I don't think it's totally set in yet, just because we beat a really good Utah team, and so, you know, still excited about that, but. Yeah, I think once it sets in, you know, I grew up in California and definitely watched a lot of Rose Bowls to be able to play in it now, and you know, it's a special game, and this is a special team, and definitely excited.
Chris, how have you seen the pass rush really develop these past couple weeks and today especially?
Yeah, you know, I think we have taken a step forward. I think Coach Lay, Coach K, those guys do a great job of mixing blitzes and sending different guys to the quarterback, and we're getting there. Even if we don't get him on the ground, we're getting him off the spot, we're getting him out of the pocket, and it's been pretty effective.
Coach, you've certainly won your fair share of conference championships. So you're the Mountain West, but I feel like every season's kind of had its own tone. You mentioned earlier, nothing's been easy to finally get there to get that title. You know, how would you compare this, I guess, to other years?
Yeah, they are all different, and I think they're always really hard. I mean, that's the one thing that I think people just take certain things for granted sometimes, because we have players coming back and we have experience, and you know, it's just a hard process when you get anointed before you earn anything, and I think it can be really hard on the guys. And because we play really good teams, you know, not only in our conference, but, you know, outside of it. And there's a lot of parity and everybody knows everybody really well. And we see it every year. It's like, how did that team beat that team? How do you go down there and how did that happen? It's just, that's college football. And so for these guys to just keep reloading and just keep fighting, you know, is really, really impressive. I mean, it might be more impressive than, you know, a lot of the other ones, certainly in my career, just because it has not been easy. But that's what we talk about from day one when we get these kids in our program. You know, life isn't easy. You know, winning a Pac-12 championship, that's not going to be easy. That's not reality. And if it happens, you know, go buy lottery tickets because it's not going to be like that. I mean, that's just luck. I mean, it is a grind. It is hard. It's year-round, all those things. And, you know, they figure out a way to get it done.
Jake, with you know, playing 4 seasons now, comparing where the program's at this point with 2 conference championships in 3 years to when you came in as a freshman, what do you think has been kind of key in terms of the evolution of the program to reach this point?
I mean, it's kind of hard just to take 4 whole years and put it into, you know, one sentence on where this program is now. But, I mean, I think there's definitely more of an expectation to win. And, you know, like Coach Pete said, there's Pac-12 championships are hard, but that's definitely kind of the standard we set around here. You know, I think people have come to work every single day trying to get better for 4 years and we're reaping the benefits a little bit now. So, you know, I don't think it's you know, oh, this coach has been here this long or these guys are getting older. I mean, you see teams all the time that people come back year after year and, you know, they're just that close to getting it done. And I think, you know, being that close and then getting it done, it takes a lot of hard work. And so, you know, I think that's the main thing, just how hard everybody's worked for 4 years to get to this point.
And, Coach, how instrumental has this class been, this group of seniors, in terms of establishing kind of the standard for the program?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was, you know, like yesterday when they came in some ways, but they've been here a long time. And we thought we had some really good players when we got them. I mean, we really did. I mean, you don't know until you start to put them through the grind, but we felt really, really good. And we knew they were good players, and we felt really good about the type of people they were, but you don't know until they go through all these hard things. So you start with that, and then you couple them with these other guys that, you know, that are difference makers, and we've just been able to do that. But I think, you know, a lot of it goes back to those guys that came way back when.
Chris, it seems like low-scoring games, this low-scoring game is increasingly rare in college football. Can you describe what it's like to get into a game like this, how it may differ from coaching a wild offensive shooter?
It's really hard to describe because we're so excited about our defense out there and in some ways so frustrated on the other side. Now, we had some nice long drives against a really, really good defense. We held the ball, we ran the ball, we made some plays. You know, we just couldn't get things done like we needed to. 1 or 2 more plays in the red zone. Had we been able to get another, you know, field goal at the end there or another touchdown, we kind of figured it'd be that type of game. So I think, you know, you're really proud of them for moving the ball. At times it looked really good, and we ate up a lot of clock and kept our defense off the field. So that was really positive. But for us to score 3 points on offense, we're kind of going, huh? And but, hey, I mean, I've said this before. You know, we won a game back in the day. It was the highest scoring game in college football at the time. It was 69-67. And I think that year or a year later, we won a game 7-6, and our defense scored a touchdown. So that's the beauty of college football, and that's the beauty of, like, a team just fighting together.
Byron, can you describe the pick, the bounce, in your words, just how it happened so fast? And then at any point on that 66 yards, did you think, wow, this might be the only touchdown of this game?
Well, I just knew after that play, the ball came up, and like I said, I just knew how to make the play. I mean, the opportunity was there. I made sure I took it. And like I said, the experience was great. I mean, going in, we just knew as a defense we had to come to play. And this whole week of practice, defense has been going hard, just knowing that their defense is going to come to play and which defense is going to play better throughout this whole game.
I'm just glad he didn't get caught.
Me too.
When I saw him cut back, I'm like, please, keep going.